So as someone who attended 16 years of Catholic school, I am no stranger to learning about good, evil, the Bible, etc. But as a professional psychic medium who communicates with the other side, I had no idea what evil was really like when I started communicating with demons, joker spirits, and negative entities. Since I communicate with the other side, I am like a portal. I have the ability to communicate with negative entities, positive entities, grandma, grandpa, your dog, Scruffy, you name it. And since I do house clearings and come face to face with evil in order to help people with their paranormal problems, I thought I would make this video educating people about my experiences with evil. So the other thing that actually had me hiding under the covers was my experience with communicating with demonic entities. Demons exist. They infuse my entire body with anger and hate. They sound like this. And suppose I were possessed by a demonic entity, which has happened before. I'm sorry. I don't mean to laugh. I've been doing this a long time, people. For me, demonic possession is like no big deal. It's like, who cares? I'm sorry. I know it's inappropriate to laugh. I can't help it. But I gotta hand it to the paranormal movies. They actually have it pretty well nailed down. The way they portray like Linda Blair in The Exorcist is actually pretty accurate. If you're possessed by a demon, your eyes glaze over. You're totally like not even present anymore. You don't blink. And your head kind of goes like this. Your eyes like move with your head, kind of like Linda Blair. I mean, I can't move my head like 360 degrees or anything, but it's like, I can't do it. Anyway, but you get the picture. Intense stare. I don't blink. Yeah, that's pretty much the way demonic possession is. And they infuse your entire body with anger and hate, and it feels pretty gross. Now, the second thing that really freaked me out about evil is that evil is all-knowing. This is not good, you guys. I'm going to be honest. When I found this out, I was like, oh, crap. You know how God is all-knowing? Well, so is evil. They know everything. One time I did a house clearing where I chased the demon out of the house and educated the inhabitants of the house to prevent them from coming back. And I had just finished Invisalign, and I had just gotten my retainer, and my orthodontist adjusted my retainer for just my 2 front teeth. So the demon knew that, and he knew that this was the only place on my body that was sore. And so this evil demonic entity showed up after the house clearing and went and hit me in my 2 front teeth. And he knew to do that. He knew exactly where on my body to hit me. So not freaky. He knew. So I don't like the all-knowing aspect of evil. If you have an insecurity, they'll call you fat. If, whatever they can say that will hurt you the most, your mother never loved you, whatever insecurity you have, they'll say to you in order to make you sad so that they can continue to attach themselves to you. Because as long as you're sad, that feeds them. They feed off of fear and sadness or anger. Darkness is darkness, so you have to be an energetic match for that negative entity, and so they'll try to keep you in that state so that they can attach themselves to you. Another thing is that they're opportunistic. While you're sleeping, you are really open to other energies because you're sleeping. So you're open to energy, and if you're having a nightmare, what are you? You're scared. So the negative entities will show up while you're having a nightmare and feed off of that. That's why sleep paralysis is so common. Negative entities and sleep paralysis, like waking up and not being able to move, are pretty common. The negative entities can actually influence you that way, believe it or not. So they are opportunistic, which is why I enjoy keeping smoky quartz and black tourmaline next to my bed to keep negative entities away. The interesting part is keeping those crystals next to my bed, like I don't really have nightmares. I used to. I don't really have nightmares anymore ever since I put those crystals next to my bed. So that's actually what I would suggest. Also, wearing a religious symbol around your neck doesn't hurt. Burning sage, whatever you want to do. Number 4, another thing is that they're really strategic. If you are about to open up like a nonprofit helping animals, right before you're about to open your doors, you'll feel evil. You'll feel darkness start to grow stronger. Why? Because they're trying to sabotage your goodwill. You're trying to do good and opening up a nonprofit. So evil is going to get stronger right before you do that because they're strategic and they're going to try to sabotage you from doing good. Another thing, just want to let you know, evil comes in all forms. It doesn't have to be a demon. It can be jealousy. Suppose you do not compliment somebody because you're jealous of them. That jealousy is considered darkness. Suppose you were going to wake up and do volunteer work for the day, but you were too lazy and you just decided to stay in bed. That laziness could be considered darkness. Why? Because darkness doesn't want you to do good. They don't want you to do volunteer work, right? They don't want you to. So you've got the angel on your shoulder and the devil on your shoulder, and in between is your head, and your head is your free will. So you're being pulled in both directions. So I just want to let you know that evil doesn't have to be this big, strong, hello, I'm a demon. It could be something really, slight that just prevents you from doing good, prevents you from helping someone in some way. So we all have that little angel and devil on our shoulder. And like I said, it's our free will decision which direction we're going to go. So we're all kind of superheroes in that. We're constantly battling good and evil. And I think a healthy way to look at it is to treat darkness as this storm cloud that rolled in that you need to blow away. I tend to disconnect myself from negative emotions a lot of the time, where I'll just, if I'm really sad or whatever, I'll just try to cast it away from me, cast that negative energy away from me so that the light can come through. Disconnecting from the negative emotions is actually pretty healthy because it boosts your personal power. Another thing you need to keep in mind is the law of attraction. That's another point that they wanted me to bring up. Law of attraction. In order to attract negative energy to you, in order to prevent negative energy from being attracted to you, you have to keep your thoughts and emotions positive via the law of attraction, because you make yourself energetically incompatible for negative energy when you do that. So at the end of the day, you really do have more control over this whole situation than you think. That's why if I'm severely depressed or just really upset or whatever, I'll just try to pull myself out of it, because it all comes from within. So you do have the power to go towards the light and just have that mental self-discipline. Even that critical inner voice, if you start beating yourself up because you didn't get enough accomplished in a day, have the mental self-discipline to turn it into a compliment. So even that brings in light and love, and meditate. Tell the universe to send you love and a nice calming energy. Because in order to have that negative energy, you have to be an energetic match for it, just so you know. So I hope this helped you guys. I hope I didn't freak you out. Demons exist, Joker spirits exist. Joker spirits do a lot of damage because they give you just enough psychic information to throw you off and mess with you, but they'll tell you things are believable. They'll tell you things that are believable just to mess with you because they're bored. But they're still negative entities. So, if you guys want to connect with the other side yourself, just make sure you're in a good mood, listen to music, keep your thoughts positive, emotions positive. They really don't have a whole lot of power over you if you do that, because you're just not an energetic match for them. It's like they can't reach you. You're not on the same page. Okay, so I hope you found this helpful, and in the meantime, take care and be well. Thank you.